Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go now. 55, it's again. 55, come on. Check back. Check.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down is Murray. It's caught. Cooper. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Go to base. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come to my work. We want it.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 61. Match box. Right. Ready.
Taylor. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
We want this. Shift, shift. 66, pull it, now. Check, 53's Mike.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray from midfield. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. Undercrook.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They run the draw play with Mack. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man left, man left. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Taylor. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You got that right there. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Lucky.
They'll run with Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
50 minus 50. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw is Taylor. To throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Third and long, it's Taylor. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a second and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Here's Marlon Mack. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Murray off play action. This is the tight end, Njoku. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Hey. 4 down. Mike 50. Check pass. Watch out.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. at the 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Murray, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check, 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 check.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. This is taken at the 10. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get this, get this. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready? The mic. 53 is the mic. No gain on this defense, no gain. Watch twins. Watch twins.
On second and 11 now. Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 35. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hurry. Baby shot. Out.
Now Taylor. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Taylor now. From the gun, he'll throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
52's the mark, boys. 52. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
Taylor will throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
He's not going to get me. Check. First down.
Now here's Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
1st down, Baltimore.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to hit
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
We got 4.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. So we got man. Don't trade. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, it's Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Green brings it in. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor looking middle, and it's incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 27. Ain't no such thing as a...
To throw again is Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Time go.
Shotgun now from Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's going to have the first down past the 20. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
Ready? 53. Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
Now Taylor throwing again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 15. 53, Mike, 53. I got you, son. I got you, son. Kill.
They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 50, 53 is Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the pass.
They go play action with Taylor. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready weapon. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Taylor, Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Fourth down, here's Taylor. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they take a knee. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.